the song I just played with Mr. Easy, Salif Keita, the legend himself, and so on and so forth. So we're celebrating this phenomenal woman who was born and raised in Benin Republic, neighboring country Nigeria. Right now we're Famzins. Congratulations to her. As I mentioned earlier, that was over the course of the weekend, and we're joining the rest of the world to mark this historic recognition of African history on one of the most iconic stages of the entire world. North Africa for a bit. In Morocco, they are reporting a flock of some sort, like a high surge in Chinese tourists. Now, this is originally supposed to be something that is commendable. I mean, most countries open up to tourism. We have UAE, for instance, having one of their highest source of revenue coming from tourism. So Morocco is joining the park, as they are saying that tourists have flocked to the Qasr Ait Ben Haddou area, one of the most popular tourist destinations in southern Morocco. And these visitors, they say, they are known for their passion for purchasing traditional gifts during their travels, and they also show a special appreciation for local handicraft. So they're saying maybe the rest of the world should know what's going on in Morocco right now, because beyond what we know of Africa, I mean, North Africa being just about religion, about arts, Morocco has stood over time. In the last couple of months, you would have, heard me say it a couple of times here on the show. Just last month, they opened their doors, marking World Arts Festival. Today, now, it's about how that the southern Morocco has just been, I know infestation is not the word, has been overtaken rather by tourists. The Qasr Ait Ben Haddou is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and is giving it strong appeal for culturally minded Chinese tourists. Groups wander through the stone alleys, eager to reach the top of the Qasr, and it's a global phenomenon that is happening right now. So just in case you make your way to Morocco, maybe you should add yourself to one of the people who is touring the area. From there, let's head on to Senegal, where the Prime Minister Sonko says international order is shifting to a more balanced, multilateral world. That's what he said. He has expressed concerns about the erosion of international norms and the growing tendency of some really powerful countries to, on their own, unilaterally impose their own rules on what they perceive as less powerful nations. Said increasingly the concept of international order, international rules, and the international community are losing their significance, because we have certain countries, due to their power, that unilaterally assume power at every moment in history, and they set the rules for themselves. But it was these countries that created these rules because they felt powerful and thought that this would benefit them at the expense of the rest of the world. Today, things are tending to balance out. They want to break away from these rules or impose different rules. And he said, I think that today what is being done in the global south at the BRICS level is quite important. And such work must continue for a much more balanced multilateral world. And for the continent like Africa, we must take advantage of the situation. Do you remember last month when I brought the news about Congo deciding to review the agreement that they have with the EU, especially about mining and fishing out of the country? Yeah, that is something like what this interview is, beaming spotlight on. And this gets me excited, because at some point, African nations have to just chest it and be like, maybe the rules have to be adjusted somehow in our favor, because in the end, we can't continue to eat out of the palm of these powerful, quote unquote, nations. FM 93.7. We're looking at news across Africa. Do not forget, we'll do this until top of the hour, 8 o'clock, where we'll switch things up and see what's happening around Nigeria. I'll be looking at headline news between 8 and 9 o'clock. And then at 9, Citizens Sports will be coming your way with the sports senator himself, Fashi Emmanuel. And right after that, the birthday boy will be bringing to you Inside. So stay with us. Let's take a breather.
Hello, Abuja. You are listening to 93.7 Citizen FM, the latest radio station based in Nigeria's capital. Our station seeks to broadcast a broad mix of culture and views with priority given to development programming to enable residents share ideas and opinions, music and drama. At Citizen FM, we believe in progressive talk and solution-driven conversation. Our aim is to build a united Nigeria by bringing people of diverse culture together through communication. Enjoy listening to 93.7 Citizen FM. We are more than just a radio station. We are a part of your life.
Abuja sports lovers, do you want to get the best of sporting stories? Listen to Citizen Sports on 93.7 FM Abuja with Emmanuel Fashimi, the sports senator. Abuja sports lovers, do you want to get the best of sporting stories? Listen to Citizen Sports on 93.7 FM Abuja with Emmanuel Fashimi, the sports senator.
The issues. Everybody respected that because it was coming from the president.
Theory behind it, the way the people took the battle in their hands.
Some civil servant retired without a roof over his head.
The cause.
If we cannot trust you, then you cannot take the ticket of this country. Hussein cannot be divulged from those who cause the crime. Honestly.
The passion.
You must have national spread. So where is it?
Why are you so concerned about that?
He said money was...
I never...
No.
The platform is always the same.
Insight on Citizen FM 93.7.
The source is constant.
My name is Lawrence Umoite.
There is always an opportunity.
Tomorrow Insight returns with another interesting...
Insight with Lawrence Umoite on Citizen 93.7 FM Abuja. Be part of the experience.
The Renewed Hope Agenda for Nigeria is the brainchild of President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration. It is geared towards renewing the hopes of Nigerians for a better future through its policies, projects, and programs that are aimed towards lifting the GDP and economic growth of the nation by improving standard of living of the average Nigerian. The Renewed Hope Agenda Radio is poised to promote all of the above while enlightening Nigerians as well. Join us every Tuesday afternoon, 2 p.m. on Citizen FM Radio, 93.7, Labor House, Central Business District, Abuja. Renewed Hope Agenda Radio on 93.7 FM. The future starts today.
We believe in this nation, and we know we'll get there.
This is our journey. We've had our finest moments and our darkest hours. Yet we pull ourselves back from the brink every time. We are a resilient people. We are Nigeria. And when we talk, we share our views on Talk Radio 93.7, Citizen FM. A people united will never be defeated.
Exactly 15 minutes to 8 o'clock. Welcome back. It's Citizen FM 93.7. News across Africa. That's what we're looking at right now. So let's head on back to Kenya. Well, back. We just left up North Africa. Okay, so let's head to East Africa. It's been 2 years into the presidency of William Ruto, and he's already facing calls for him to leave again. Remember the finance bill of 2024 and the remembrance street protest that followed this year and the death of a couple of people during that remembrance protest? Well, there's another one again coming up, and the people who are taking to the streets are calling it one term, which is actually one term in office, but it's generally known as one term in Kenya at the moment. So protesters are sticking their index fingers in the air, and they are saying that President Ruto must vacate the presidency when his term expires in 2027. They're saying they're not interested in him, seeking re-election. For others who want him gone already, only after 3 years after he was elected, that's even a long time. They're saying, in fact, maybe he shouldn't even stay till the end. But there've been a lot of, position, following the president's, the presidential tenure of William Ruto. Kenya has seen a lot going on. In fact, what has made this even louder was the death of the blogger, Albert Ojwang. You remember? Because we took that news here on News Across Africa just a couple of months ago. Weeks ago, actually, not months, maybe a month. The funeral has even been held in honor of the dead. We'll be looking at that story in a bit. But for now, President Ruto has said new taxes were necessary to keep the country and the government running. But the people are saying that's not exactly true. If this is about the people and how that the government should run, we should see the interests of the people protected in how these policies are being churned out now and again. And then there've been concerns about growing corruption in the country. Is it getting easier? And as I mentioned earlier, what has made the focus even worse during this period is the death of Albert Ojwang in police custody. And when people took to the streets to register their displeasure that someone died in police custody, an autopsy report has shown that this person died in police custody, people who took to the street during the period were still targeted. People still died during the protest. Remember the mass seller who was shot at close range by the police and was declared brain dead? Took that story just last week. Those are some of the issues that the people are raising in Kenya at the moment. Let's hear some of them speak on the streets of Kenya.
I don't feel like they're open to criticism because the moment you mention some things, you disappear. So I don't feel like they want to be told about how they are doing or how they should be doing things. So they are not receptive. They don't want feedback from us.
We ourselves, we decide to become the change we want. As young people and everyone. That's it. The earlier we realize that, it's the better. So it will never help us and change.
Young people, these are the youth of the country, and this is their disposition. This is their mental space at the moment, already signing out of the chances that the country could speak in their favor. Anyway, more reactions.
The millennials, where some of us fall. Primarily, they feel excluded. And two, this government was elected on the basis of a bottom-up economy to raise those who are underprivileged, those who are surviving on $1 a day, and be in a position at least to come up. But clearly, the hustler narrative died immediately President William Ruto took over power.
But Ruto remains defiant.
Anyway, as you have already heard, displeasure has been registered. But one thing is sure, though, just to balance the report, it's always about the side of the divide that you stand on. You're going to see people who would say, oh, he's not doing so well, he should leave office. And if you had a conversation with another, faction of the populace, you might hear people saying, oh, well, he's doing so great. So, but the point or the bottom line is that you would see a majority of the voices tilting towards a call for the president to leave office. But hey, fingers crossed. If anything happens, be sure that we'll be bringing you up to speed here on Citizen FM 93.7 on News Across Africa. And now to the very sad chest-clenching report of the funeral for Albert Ojwang, the Kenyan blogger who died in police custody. He was on Friday, just the opening of the weekend, that he was laid to rest in his hometown of Homa Bay. Thousands of people came out to pay their respect. He was only 31 years old. The incident, and the Kenyan Parliament held televised hearings about the ongoing investigation. Do you remember what led to the arrest? Just in case you do not, let me just, bring you up to speed very quickly. Remember that he made a post about a police officer, and the police officer said that was defamation, that he would have to come answer questions, and he was arrested from his place of residence, which was not even Nairobi, but he was moved to Nairobi, for police questioning and interrogations, and it was in that custody there in Nairobi that he died. First, police report came out and said this person committed suicide, that he hit his head by himself against a wall, and then they went on to do an autopsy report, and the autopsy report revealed that he could not have, harmed himself to that degree, that the force came from someone else who was not him. And that was where, emotions got really high. People started taking to the street. There was another protest saying no, police need to take, responsibility for what happened. The officer who was talked about by Albert Ojwang in the first place decided to step aside. But the crowd is saying they're not even appeased. Him stepping aside does not cut it at all. But investigations are still on the way. Yes, as I like to say, these are stories. This is one of the stories that are developing stories, and we'll be bringing you up to speed on anything else that comes up on the heel of this development. But may his soul rest in peace. Let's head on to Southern Africa, where we have South Africa and Austria strengthening their ties and saying they are ready to work together for the improvement of life of both citizenry. People of South Africa and people of Austria. They are signing a bilateral relations. Yeah, that's what it's called. The meeting between the two leaders focused on clean energy, tourism, jobs, and cultural exchange. The two leaders I'm talking about is South African President Cyril Ramaphosa and Alexander Van der Bellen, who visited South Africa. So the meeting happened in South Africa. He was hosted by the South African President Cyril Ramaphosa. Van der Bellen said Austria and South Africa are two countries that are committed to building a brighter future. And Ramaphosa also touched on the importance of trade and investment and ties that Austria has with South Africa and how that it can grow further. Van der Bellen of Austria had this to say. He said, as you can see, Austria and South Africa are active partners who are both committed to building a good future, and I regard the political relations between the two countries as excellent. On his side, President Ramaphosa said, the visit marked a new chapter for the relations between Austria and South Africa as they are seeking to develop investments and trade between the two countries. Anyway, again, it's about clean energy, tourism, job creation, and cultural exchange for both countries. News across Africa, 7:54 a.m. And guess who we have in the studio? The birthday boy is here. You cannot escape. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. No, which one do you prefer? Is it happy birthday or ooh yeah? We wish you happy birthday. Ooh yeah.
No, I prefer Oga send your account number. That's the one I
Sorry,
prefer.
who did that song? Wonder which record label?
Yemi.
Yemi Alade. Happy birthday to you, sir.
Thank you so much, Didi.
We are so happy that it's your birthday today. We join the rest of the world to celebrate what a great person you are. Such a kind-hearted, understanding. No, I'm not whining. When I whine, you know. I'm telling you what is. Honestly, I appreciate you. I celebrate you a lot. May the Lord continue to bless you. May He continue to shine His face on you. May your dreams come true. And may that one prayer be answered.
Amen. Thank you so much, Didi of Africa. Oluwa Didi.
But again, you know,
We know.
After the,
After this.
All right, so here is a special one for my Oga whose birthday it is today.
Happy birthday. That is all I can say. I wish you many, many happy returns. Happy birthday. That is all I can say. I wish you many, many happy returns. Throw your hands in the air. Wave them like you don't care. Raise up your voice and make some noise. Let the party begin, and the love within start to flow. Let it go. Oh, happy birthday. That is all I can say. I wish you many, many happy returns. Happy birthday. That is all I can say. I wish you many, many happy returns. Is your mommy here? Oh yeah. Is your daddy here? Oh yeah. Are your friends here? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Is Kola here? Oh yeah. Is Uche here? Oh yeah. Is Amadu here? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Every once in a year, there is a special day to celebrate and jubilate. All your family and friends, everyone must attend to wish you well, to hear and tell. Oh, happy birthday. That is all I can say. I wish you many. Knock, knock. Who's there? Can I come in? Oh yeah. Knock, knock. Who's there? I just want to say happy birthday. Today na your day, do shakara. If they try, then go for yakata. Today na your day, do shakara. T-shirt day dia. Oh yeah. Go your day ya. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All sauce day dia. Oh yeah. Any day ya. Oh yeah. Yo, today na your day, do shakara. If they try, then go for yakata. Today na your day, do shakara. Go, 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 go. Today na your day, do shakara. If they try, then go for yakata. Today na your day, do shakara. Go, 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 go. Today na your day, do shakara. If they try, then go for yakata. Today na your day, do shakara. Go, 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 go. Today na your day, do shakara. If they try, then go for yakata. Today na your day, do shakara. Go.
This is our journey. We've had our finest moments and our darkest hours. Yet we pull ourselves back from the brink every time. We are a resilient people. We are Nigeria. And when we talk, we share our views on Talk Radio 93.7 Citizen FM. A people united will never be defeated.
The Renewed Hope Agenda for Nigeria is the brainchild of President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration. It is geared towards renewing the hopes of Nigerians for a better future through its policies, projects, and programs that are aimed towards lifting the GDP and economic growth of the nation by improving standard of living of the average Nigerian. The Renewed Hope Agenda Radio is poised to promote all of the above while enlightening Nigerians as well. Join us every Tuesday afternoon, 2 p.m. on Citizen FM Radio, 93.7, Labor House, Central Business District, Abuja. Renewed Hope Agenda Radio on 93.7 FM. The future starts.
My brother, my sister, wetin dey shele? Your bonge program, people's program, wait and that gidigba for Citizen FM 93.7 Abuja. Wetin dey shele for your area, for your domot, for your street. Make una speak out oh. If you see something, say something oh. To make our place, our Bodo country, a better place to live. With cool mind. Wetin dey shele? Every Wednesday, 9 p.m. to 12 p.m. with Olu Tomori Willoughby on Citizen FM 93.7 Abuja. Wetin dey shele? Now na program.
Yejibo nupenji jitukpa eigukin labari monegita milabe aereti shiri woro shiri sanka shiri ne gaggan gbana nga ya ce